Judge, thank you very much. It is an honor for us to be over here today, and this is a unique community, to say the least, and people who have a great understanding of this part of the state and know some of the great businesses that call Shiner, Texas home. Whether it's my friends who I've known for quite a spell, the Caspers and those who choose to enjoy a cold beer from time to time. Shiner is always a good one to kind of remind people about what this community is all about. So this is going to be an additional business to this city that, again, kind of puts, not puts Shiner on the map, but it makes it just shine a little bit brighter. So we are here today just to officially welcome Shield Tactical to the Lone Star State and welcome John back home. We started airing those radio ads out in California, just letting California business owners and those CEOs out there know that there is a better way of doing business right here in the state of Texas. And we've been successful, and I will suggest to you as we go forward, we'll be even more successful in the future of attracting businesses to the Lone Star State. If keep going like we're going, and I can promise you John's not going to be the last one to make that move. Economic development is really at the core of what we do in Austin. We're in the last 30 days of a legislative session. I had the conversation with some young people yesterday that government does a lot of important things. I mean, we went around the crowd here and asked you what's the most important thing that government does. You'd hear educate our children, or public safety, or water, making sure we have a water supply and transportation infrastructure, and all of those are important. But I'll suggest to you they're not the most important thing that government does. The most important thing that government does is to help create the climate where people like John know that they can risk their capital and have a chance to have a return on their investment, so that they can hire men and women who can improve the quality of life of their family because they got a good job. The most important thing that government does is keep the taxes relatively low, and a regulatory climate that is fair and predictable, a legal system that doesn't allow for oversuing. In other words, the most important thing that government does is create an economic climate where private sector can flourish. That's the most important thing that we do, because if you don't do that first, then you're not going to have the resources that are flowing in to pay for the school teachers, or pay for the public safety, or the water transportation systems that we need to further economically grow. Economic development is at the very core of what we do in the state of Texas. And that's just not me saying it either. That's places like CNBC that chose Texas as the best state in the nation to do business. It's Chief Executive Officer magazine that said that Texas is the best state for business for the last 8 years in the row, and we're fixing to make it 9. And the list goes on and on. I mean, you all pick up the paper, hear it on the radio or the TV from time to time, these accolades that Texas gets because we've really stayed focused over this last decade, making sure that, some people called it the Texas miracle. It's not a miracle. It's just common sense. If you won't overtax, overregulate, overlitigate, then the business community will risk their capital. They'll create the jobs that in turn creates the wealth that makes this state very successful. Austin, I want to give great credit to the men and women who serve in Austin in the House and the Senate over the course of the last decade. They've helped create this climate, but the fact is it's the employers of the state, it's the people of the state of Texas that have responded, that have made this all possible. We've added 500,000 private sector jobs over the last 2 years alone. That's a total of nearly 1.4 million jobs created in the private sector over the last 10 years in this state. Now, part of that total comes from companies that got tired of higher taxes and strangling regulations in other states, and they found that it was just, they couldn't succeed there. In the case of Shield, it was all that. And that state's misguided persecution of anything related to gun manufacturing. You know, there's nothing about California preventing it from following what we do here in the state of Texas. I mean, I hold Texas up as a blueprint. If you want your people to be successful, if you want your state to flourish, I mean, the blueprint's right here in the state of Texas, and there's absolutely nothing preventing them from enjoying the same economic successes that we have. All it takes is the will to make some tough decisions and a rededication to fiscally conservative principles that encourage job creation. You know, from my perspective, I want California to be strong. I mean, that's a big, powerful economic state. It can be, and it should be. But they're going to have to make some hard decisions, and they've got to learn to compete. They've got to learn to compete. You know, whether you're on the athletic field or whether you're in the business community or whether you're the governor of a state, you better learn how to compete. And competition is generally kind of painful. I can promise you some of these kids who are out there on the track team, they understand to make that next level, to be the best you can be, you're going to hurt some. The same's true. You got to make hard decisions. Whether you're a governor of a state or whether you're the judge of a county or whether you're a business owner. And that's what we've been able to do successfully in this state. And I'm really proud of John for coming here, making a fresh start, and you came to not only a great county, a great city, and I think this turnout right here is reflective of the can-do spirit that we've got here in Texas. And John, we wish you many, many years of success. God bless you, and through you, may God continue to bless the great state of Texas. Thank you. We got to cut a ribbon now.